この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am once again bathed in reddish orange light because we are here for Kyousougiga, and that's what the first frame of every episode looks like. Last time we watched Kyousougiga was a little bit longer ago than it usually is, so I went back and rewatched the previous episode, and it's still really fascinating and excellent, and I still have way too many questions. In last week's episode, we welcomed Mom Kodo home. I'm going to call them Mom Kodo and Kid Kodo. Hopefully I can be consistent about that. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to designate which one I'm referring to. It's really annoying that they have the same name. Whatever. So Kodo and Kodo teleport back from place thing where Mom Kodo was trapped because shrine, I guess, but I'm not sure. Everything turns into chessboards. Mom Kodo returns and nothing really changes. Kodo shatters the shrine containment field that Mom Kodo is in, which may be causing things that happen later in the episode, but I'm not sure. We get our reunions, we get a tour of the city, which, again, doesn't really change anything. It does give some peace, I guess, to Yase and Kurama and other people who are waiting for their parents to return. Not so much to Myoe, not so much at all. And once she has toured around a little bit and people have gotten a little bit used to having her around, Mom Kodo tells us, time for me to go. I've seen that you guys are all okay, and that's good enough for me. Fuck all y'all, I'm out. There's definitely some, obligation there. She feels like there's some reason she has to leave, but she hasn't been very clear about why. But we'll maybe find out later. We get a very powerful and beautiful evening conversation between Kodo and Kodo, which ends with Kodo braiding Kodo's hair and putting it up in the ribbon, or combing her hair and putting it up in the ribbon. And young Kodo puts on a very brave front during this conversation, a believable brave front, until she goes and speaks with Myoe in a much less brave, much less strong way, and demonstrates some weakness. And he demonstrates weakness as well. He doesn't know how to hold people together or be somebody that other people can rely upon at all. He's got his own shit that he's dealing with. So we've got a whole bunch of characters who are real twisted and screwed up, like most people, which is pretty cool. And then Papa returns. I know that it happened in between the two, but for explaining what's going on, let's go to that next. Papa returns. He slices, I guess, a doorway from Shrine to here, teleports here with his cats, spirit things, and apparently with him comes the destruction of the entire city. Not that he's necessarily caused it. There are a couple of things that might have caused it, I'm not sure which. But now weird shit is happening to the point where the whole city is falling apart, and also the world is getting vaporized, and everybody's belongings are disappearing, and probably people too. It's kind of scary. So the world of dreams is shattering as some semblance of reality is intruding upon their lives and existence, which is yikes. We get a line from Mom Kodo that I think implies that they are trying to hide and fear Kid Kodo, but I'm not sure. But she says it wasn't me that the shrine feared and tried to hide, which I think means that it was young Kodo, baby Kodo. But why? I don't know. And it is explained that Kid Kodo opened an entrance with the Aratama, the Raw, and we see the image of the papers of the city all shattered and sort of like crinkled outward. So I assume that she caused whatever's happening now. But now we're trapped in an alternate dimension space place thing reality where everything is falling apart and we're probably all going to die if we don't either get out of here or stabilize things or figure out what's actually going on. And that means we need to become world hoppers, I think. I think we need to get everybody moving out of here and out of, this destroyed place and figure out what's actually going on in the broader universe. But I don't really know. I just don't really know. There's also a line that I kind of missed last time when the dude who works for Kurama, who is from Shrine, the dude who glitch teleports in at one point, and we were fascinated by that, or at least I was, when he glitch teleports in, he looks at the thing that appears behind the Welcome Home Mom Kodo and goes, a virus? Virus? So somebody put a virus into Shrine systems in order to make some of this happen? Was that Myoe? Dad Myoe? Also, is Dad Meowie a good guy? Because he doesn't seem like a good guy. He seems like a bad guy, but I don't know what the definitions of good and bad necessarily are in this universe. If this is a world that cares about family, which the storyline certainly seems to, then the father who left and has stayed gone and now returns for some reason, might not be a good guy. Might not be on our side exactly. But I don't know if it's gonna be as simple as like, go away, Dad. We don't need you. Because I think we do need him. I think he's part of this whole thing, and he probably has some answers for us, though he has not been very forthcoming yet. There's a lot going on in this show, and a lot of it is still a bunch of question marks. So, hopefully we get something in the next episode. I don't know what to expect. Let's watch the next episode, and maybe we'll find out. Cool. I've got the episode 8 of Kyousougiga up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There'll be 2 versions of the reaction. Picture version available in the description. Available in the description. Timer-based version up on YouTube. And if you want to sync up your own copy with that, there will be a beep beep timer to help you coming at you right now. Let's go. Where are we? Are we in Shrine? Whoa. What? Was that his voice before? Closure is necessary? Does that have the same double meaning in the original Japanese as it does in English? Like closure and whoa, CG. Surprisingly good CG. Okay, there we go. Oh, hi. Are those worlds? Yeah, hey, Dad. Dad. What the fuck? Consequences. Maybe close to the first time that she's really had to deal with those. Oh, hi, Mom Kodo. They finally meet. Oh, she does not seem happy. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, good. How will we communicate that unhappiness? What? Oh, hey, that's that sound effect! I love that sound effect! That's an interesting place to use it. Oh boy, she's got a whole army of those now, huh? Game Girl. Ha! Actually doing orders on a Game Boy? Ah! That's great. That is not good. Hi. Okay, people are disappearing. Yep. Only my sanity. Uh-oh. Well, who the fuck is that? What the shit? Those are the other two? Yeah, those are his. Okay. Wait, really? Don't. Okay. Oh shit. Oh hi. Uh, things aren't healing anymore. Things aren't healing anymore. No, she's not okay. Her wounds don't heal either. Yeah, I mean, she feels like she's fully responsible for all of this because she broke things down with the Raw. Oh no. Huh? What do you mean, but? Yeah! The world has been at the start. Okay. Wait, what? Uh, 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 Explain some shit, boy. Oh. 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 Why is she so fucking happy? Huh? Huh? She lost her memory. The thing she held most dear was her memories. No. Wait, what? That's my girl? Yeah, you're gonna get smacked. Oh, no. Don't you stop her from smacking you. Smack him with the other hand. Uh-huh. Okay. This fucking guy. Ah. Ah. everything. Also, guilt. Oh, gotcha. What the hell are those? Okay, she sheds black for white. That's odd. Thanks. Well, same charge forward deter. Oh. Oh. This feels different. Is this shrine stuff? It's here, it's here. Shrine stuff. Gotta be. What happened to Yase? Tim? The actual, like, head of shrine dude? Oh, hey, that's, like, just like that. Hey. Oh, hi. Okay. Alright, that was all. Okay. Hmm? What? She's their only real child. Land of Dreams, 13th parallel. It's a separate dimension that's not supposed to exist. Okay. Hi. Hi, Purple Eyes. Is that yet another different voice actor? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Hi. Okay. She opened away. Can we not ignore? Okay. That was the nice one, right? I'd rather it didn't. Give us the greater picture here, man. I mean, yeah, I see planets falling from the sky. This is real bad, but give us the greater, like, multiverse picture here, man. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that this place threatens that stability. Mm-hmm. Good, yeah, tell us more. Of course he did. Yes. Please. God, please, yes. Fucking please. Okay. And now you're in for trouble anyway. So, the only thing that's your fault is that you uncovered his secret. So it's really his fault. Hmm. Okay, it created an opening, a tear of some kind. But it exists now, what's wrong with that? Yeah. Unless it threatens everything. So this breaks and they all break. Or the other way around. Ooh. How does the world of dreams have so much influence, though? So he was running away from responsibility to come here. Something to do with his reincarnation or whatever it is. The masks do something? A light of hope? Apparently. What's the... Okay. Um... You're becoming translucent. That's bad. That's so creepy. Where did Yasu's memories go? She passed them to you. Oh. So is he kind or evil? I don't get it. Oh, that's awesome. That's even more awesome. So it was worth it. Whoa. Whoa. Oh boy. That's a vision. All in that tear. Mioe acts. You can't just do a little... You tried to kill us. Trying to die. Ooh. Ooh. I've lost my chance. Ooh. At least they're communicating. Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He seems to be right. I mean, there's definitely something weird about him, but I don't know if... That was really cool. Okay. It's a good threat. What happened to Yase? That seems to already be happening, right? That's a lot better than Head Priest is evil. I think that he's right. But also wrong. Okay. Okay. Nope. Okay. This segment, when they finally actually manage to communicate, and this sort of like plays off of or bounces off of the moment that they were interrupted in the previous episode, where Yakushimaru goes to like, he hesitates before embracing the crying Kodo, and then is about to, and then Dad Mioe shows up and interrupts everything. We kind of get that finally here, and it's not what we would have expected, right? It's not trying to comfort her or anything like that. He fucking headbutts her and punches her in the stomach. Wake up! And she does. That's interesting. Okay, this episode has a lot of ideas in it, and I don't know that I understand them. So let's knock some things out. Mom Kodo was restrained in the shrine sanctuary to keep her alive, like to keep her safe, because she passed all of her Bodhisattva powers onto her daughter and now can't remain as a person. Like, she'll turn back into a rabbit, I assume? Oh. So that comes down to that line about, it wasn't me that the shrine feared and tried to hide. And then Dad Mioe was an observer before anything else, before deciding to do this. He understood the underpinnings of the universe before making the mirror capital, because he made it in like retaliation against what he felt to be a hopeless world. And what was their role as observers beforehand? Was it specifically to ensure that all of the parallels, I assume that there are 12 of them and now a 13th, which is not supposed to exist, that they all like run properly or whatnot? Or are they Are they destroyers? Are they destroyers to protect like a greater stability? That seems to fit in a weird way. To go and observe, but also to prevent anything from like threatening Shrine or threatening the stability of the system as a whole. But I don't know. And then what are the weird powers that the assistant of the head priest exhibits? She seems to just have power to control the cat things, and Un and the other two. That's interesting. So what are they exactly? Some kind... There's no way to know, is there? Okay. And then what are the beads? Because the beads seem to be able to actually affect them when almost nothing else can. Dad Kodo, or Dad Mioe just runs from them. He doesn't try to fight. He just runs. And he has not drawn his blade, which is interesting. I assume that there's something deeply special about it. It was mentioned in, like, the same phrasing as the Raw, as the, like, way that he cuts through planes, through existences, or through parallels, I guess. Okay. There's this meta idea that's present here that I don't know how exactly to explain, but it's the guilt of being born, but more particularly the guilt of taking away your parents' freedom, which is a really interesting concept, because I think it's a very real thing. And I think that many parents, especially when they get married too young and have children too young, end up resenting the fact that they have children, because those children take away their freedom, right? To have a child means responsibility, and responsibility is necessarily all polar opposite of true freedom. It binds you. So, like, Kodo, throughout this episode, she feels this piling on of guilt and shame, in part because of the destruction that she's seeing around her, which she believes that she has caused. And she kind of has, but it also seems to be kind of inevitable. She hasn't really destroyed anything. She's just opened the door to her father's, like, misdeeds. Those misdeeds are things that created them and created this world, and it's nice and it's cool, but it's also a trap and a prison and a place of abandonment and despair and solitude and loneliness, and it's cut off from all the rest of reality. But I don't think she was wrong in her actions before, but she does feel the guilt for it. And in a certain sense, what that is like, an inheritance of the sins of the father, right? But there's this combination of that inheritance of the sins of the parent with this idea that she has like stolen her presence has stolen the existence of her parents, has like led to their death in a way, which is really nuanced and kind of dark and kind of real, which is, I think, a major theme of this show is that while the trappings of it, while the world is absurd and on the box says this is a world of dreams and paradise and absurdity, while that's absurd, the human emotions and the familial dynamics are all grounded in reality, which is super strange and super fucking awesome. Okay. Katra is worried. I have the fox mask to thank was an interesting line. So the fox mask did something to him, to Dad I keep saying Dad Kodo, to Dad Mioe. It did something to him. I suppose that has something to do with his new, like, younger looking body, and form and stuff. I don't know though. You are an observer, not a person. Are only humans allowed emotions? So what are they if they're not humans? And is head priest of shrine like actually a human, or is he something else as well? I don't know. Oh, and does his voice actor change? Because it feels like his voice actor changes. Give me a second to just try and determine whether I can determine that. I just need to know, because I do not remember him sounding the way that he does. Nope, that was his voice. It's still as jarring as I think it is. I feel like I expect him to be much deeper voiced and much more I understand things, but he sounds kind of tinny and thin. You know? It's weird. It doesn't fit the imposing figure that he presents, especially when we get sequences of him like looming over Kodo. Like a horrifying, "Brawr, I'm the bad guy." But is he the bad guy? He doesn't seem to be the bad guy. I don't think that... Okay, step back. I don't think that this is a show where bad guys exist, because being a bad guy isn't a personality trait. It's like, it's a narrative trait. It's you are the antagonist and you are bad because you are bad, and we'll figure out justifications for that later, but we need somebody to do things. He's not that. First off, he's reactive, right? He's not causing the issues in the world that our heroes need to solve. Those issues are present. He's just reacting to the things that they do to try to solve those issues, which eventually cause more problems. Our heroes are the ones that are causing problems in the world, except for Dad Mioe, because I don't know if he's a hero. He's a problem, I would say. I don't understand him at all, and I think that's part of the point, and maybe that's part of a greater point, which is that he's not human. While he feels emotions to some extent, he is not human and never has been. Huh. I would like to give massive props to Mom Kodo for trying to argue with him and fully call him out on some of his bullshit, because some of his stuff is fucking bullshit, man. Like, yeah, explain this shit, explain this catastrophe, we're not children, there you go again, and yes, I'm super angry. And then this whole sequence where she asks a whole bunch of poignant questions. Why didn't you tell her anything? Didn't I ask you to care for you? Yes, I did. And every time it's just dunk, 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 and he walks away. He's just like fully ignoring every question that she has. Not great communication in a relationship, man. That's not how you do this. But we're interrupted. Why does Yase lose all her memories? She's the only one who distinctly loses something like that. If Kurama had like lost authority or lost order or something similar, then this would make more sense. Like, oh, the things they care about most are disappearing. But that's not it. Why does Yase go amnesiac here? I don't understand. It's really strange. It's affecting her memories already. Maybe it has something to do with the way that she's constructed. Because Yase and Kurama are both constructs, right? They are both dreamed people. They're not real. Well, I mean, they're as real as anyone else. They have personalities and emotions as long as they're in the mirror capital as far as we know. But they are not people, you know? They're built around something. And I guess that something is memories and ideas and thoughts and stuff. Love this moment. Hate that he prevents her from slapping him, and then, like, it seems so petty to, like, no, you don't get to chastise me, only I get to chastise myself, and then he slaps him. I don't get it. Also, he's fully insane still. It's the same vibe as when he comes back with a corpse. He's like, I brought us a kid home, and he's just cheery about it. Yay. It's like, oh, the world's falling apart. Our daughter is great. Cool. I mean, I love the support of a parent, but woof. All of the guilt. And the world being destroyed is crazy cool. There's certainly something symbolic-ish about her removing her black Seidafuku to reveal that there is, in fact, a white Seidafuku underneath. It's quite odd, because I would have never guessed. But there's definitely something to it. She's shedding that shell of some kind. I'm gonna sort this out. Can we mention that some of these scenes of stuff breaking down are really awesome? Because they are. Yay, that's about it. Also, these guys have full character designs. I guess Ah and Un do too, but they're so simple, and these are so much more vibrant. It's interesting. I wonder what the reason for that is. I don't know. Love the sort of door that we get here, only partly because it's, like, identical to the one that I have, which is great. Chapter 3, Present Shrine. Right, and we see... $12 of them. Okay, so 12 doorways, 12 parallels, and 12 observers? And he created a 13th against the wills of everyone else. And that upsets some balance, I guess. A world of dreams, a paradise that should not exist. But now paradise is lost, which I'm not sure if that's an actual intentional, like, draw to Paradise Lost. It's hard to know when things are getting referenced. I would assume it is. And then, oh yeah, there's a line that I don't know if it means what it means. I jumped right to it. Good job, me. I'm gonna Google Translate. It does. It does. Okay, so I was wondering about this because in English, the phrasing closure is necessary has a double meaning. In part, because we're dealing with, like, an interdimensional organization thing, right? We're talking about closing a doorway, right? Close off this world so that whatever's going on in it doesn't spill over to all the others. But it also means closure, like closure in an emotionally traumatic event or closure in a familial dynamic or something like that, right? In the English, it does. So the first word that he says, kansei, is completion, not closing off a doorway, but completion. So it does mean that double meaning. It means that we need to complete this loop or finish this thing. That is interesting because it changes the dynamic here a little bit. Very interesting. Also, chessboards and stuff. Yay. Gosh, the visuals of this place in the sunset hues are glorious. And the floating orb of whoa. Kind of crazy. Choices to use CG shots for that top of that thing are really cool. This opening sequence is super impactful. The little whoosh through her hair is fantastic. And yeah, you gotta just throw them off the building. Just throw them off the building. And planets just falling from the sky, getting shattered. Crazy. And really cool. So Yase, we think that she's interested in the tea that's been poured for her, but she walks right past it, forgets about the cup, forgets everything, and is just happy about stuff. Weird. Super weird. Also, the lack of people is kind of spooky in a way. We just have the goons and the color cutouts. Jeez. And some people are disappearing, and stuff is disappearing, and oh god, it's bad. Okay, cool. And then the and Un and these two end up actually explaining some stuff to us. This is all Kodo's fault. Don't blame it all on Kodo. Want to go at it, blah, blah, blah. They explain some stuff a little bit later. We find Kanojo-san. The wound will be gone in no time, but it won't. Nothing is getting healed anymore. I don't think. And are you okay? No. No, not at all. Not even a little bit. Guilt. Okay, we get our argument between the parents, which is, it's a lot, but there's also no information there. It sucks. You should be a little more distant after all. Between, like, they should be distant from each other, I suppose. We are no children anymore. Tell us anyway. Explain the reason you left, explain fucking everything, and then we get interrupted. God damn it, Choco. Brr. And Yase has lost her emotions, or lost her memories, which is scary. Smack-a-doodle-doo. Our daughter is amazingly unique. What's wrong, Kodo? The smack. And she goes straight into, I'm just going to determinator my way through this. That is how I got into this situation, and that is how I'll get out of it. But she sheds her black cloak, takes her own identity in a sense, I guess, by doing so. And in that moment, they arrive. You're special, very special, born from a god and a Buddha and a Bodhisattva, a real divinity. There. Why is the head priest here? You don't understand. It should not exist. Things have to line up properly for transitions between dimensions to occur, don't they? Like, the raw had to align with something about the circle thing that she had. The sun-looking thing and the dark-looking thing both have to align for the doorway to open. And the two different circle things have to align to create a play? I don't know. I don't know anything. Also, look at those background clouds. Those are really cool. Look how many layers of color are in them. That's really cool. Anyway, it's more than that. It's the distinctiveness of where light is coming from in the scene and how dark the clouds are underneath as they get thicker. It feels right in a weird and ethereal way because they're obviously not, quote-unquote, right, you know? Okay. Would have preferred to meet under difficult experience, such fundamental accidents. A nice place. I can understand your desire to hide it, right? Yes, great place, yes. You do me a big favor by forgetting you ever saw it. Nope. And I believe that he can't. I believe that there is a reason he cannot. It's like the way that they are treating this situation is like this place's existence is an existential threat to everything else. And I believe them. I don't know how we're going to fix it, but I believe them. I don't think they're evil. I don't think they're necessarily even wrong. But they are conservative. They want to keep things the way that they are and prevent any change. But then, oddly, this place is a place without change. It's so strange. Okay, you disappeared, popped up once in order to smash the control system in the sanctuary. You have been fucking around a lot. Don't be so unpredictable. Time to get rid of you. But couldn't have come here without you because you opened the door. And the minions fight. At the end of it. To be fair, at the end of it, I couldn't have come here without you. Yeah, what do you mean by that? And he deflects. You have no idea how worried Katsura was. This is emotional manipulation on a solid scale, using somebody else that she cares about as a weapon against her, and deflecting her question earlier. Many hardens, knowing that it won't work. The mirror capital will end here. But there's a must implied there. There's a should. There's a moral imperative, right? He has a reason for this. This isn't just horrible. There aren't many options. I don't want to smash this place. And here we come to the crux of it. Isn't it the job of the general agency to protect the stability and harmony of the world? Yes, and that's what they're doing. You've become a threat to the stability and harmony of the overall world, to the greater good. I think. And is that threat the nature of dreaming? Is the world outside of this a world without that? Without creativity, without this, without dreams? Dad Kodo seems to think so. He says that he wanted to shine a light on this world, to create hope, to create dreams. But I don't fucking trust him at all. So, if you won't help, I'll do what I can alone. That's not acceptable. Some things we can't allow precisely because we're the general agency. And this place should never have existed. She seems to understand that to some extent, but just because of what they've said. Your father disobeyed his orders to make this forbidden place, right? And we see this crazy fracturing of stuff in the background behind them, which is utterly absurd and awesome. Will you force me to tell it all? Yes, please. Do your job, observer. No, yeah, he's the observer, not her. Mioe arrives. This place isn't just some picture world. It's a parallel I made and kept secret from Shrine, but we don't know what the definition of a parallel is exactly. I assume a parallel dimension. Would have been in trouble. This is so... it's such a perfect encapsulation of the way that Dad Mioe acts. I would have been in trouble for trouble if I hadn't hit it so deftly. It's like it's not illegal if you can get away with it. Ta-da! Fucking no. Fucking no. I never thought you'd go so far, Kodo. Like it's her fault for seeking out the secrets that you hid from her? The ones that you created in direct opposition to the, laws that you are sworn to uphold, it seems? Nobody would be able to force their way in. But you two know he followed from her because she opened the way from this side. And again, there's a lining up of things to create that. Once space is sufficiently warped, it's quite simple, really. So, a weakening of barriers. So decisive, so bold. Maybe it wasn't supposed to exist, but can we just look the other way? No. And he answers with, just earlier you called this the 13th parallel. It's all connected, as though that, actually answers it for her. But I guess it does. We know the answer, which is that everything else is falling apart because this is falling apart. But why is this really falling apart in the first place? I don't know. Is it just because it's been open to the rest of the universe? Didn't we tell you that you did something crazy? Yes. Chain reactions everywhere. Fear, fear, fear. How dare you, how dare you. Uh-oh. It's all your fault. And this is what playing house has gotten us into. Abandoned your mission and twisted the world instead. Not your job as observer. And then we get the answers from him, which aren't much of answers. I'm grateful for you. You helped when I had a problem, overlooked my mistakes, and gave me the mask, which helped me raise Kodo so well. That's odd, right? What does the mask give him? It has some effect on him. What does it give him? And why would that thing be what makes him able to raise Kodo so well? back to episode 2. I probably won't find anything here, but I'm just gonna look at some stuff. I don't notice like a significant difference in the way that he acts with the mask versus without it, so I don't know. Maybe its effect is permanent whether he's wearing it or not, or it doesn't have an effect the way that I think it does, other than like allowing him some power or something like that. But here he crushes it as though doing so is deeply symbolic of his rejection of the title that he has or the position that he has. But what does it do? And why would it be something that would allow him to raise Kodo so well? Like the implication there is that, oh, it gave me the compassion and empathy to raise a child, which kind of seems to track, because those are not skills that he's expressed except in episode 2 when he's acting as her father, right? Like, in that episode, we see genuine connection between them. The scene of them sitting together and him or her sitting on his lap, or the scene where they meet eyes, and there are a bunch of scenes like that. And he doesn't exhibit those feelings or that vibe toward Yakushimaru ever, toward the other children when he has them. He just doesn't. There's something different for sure. But I don't know how it's related to the mask, if it's related to the mask. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Probably overthinking it. But I realized this. Our work is crushed by the vastness of eternity, and there's no soul in it. What is their work? To observe an unchanging world? I don't know. Because we don't know the worlds outside of the Mirror Capital very well. We don't know where Dad Mioe like goes and what he does when he goes there. What was his job before? We don't know. I wished for a light to shine on it. Do you have any idea how important it is for some to have someone by your side? Okay. You accept the distortion. Yes, apparently. He will not hesitate. He knows what is most important, but we don't. You're an observer, not a person. What is the difference? But he claims emotions for himself anyway. And the head priest scoffs at that. The battle begins, and we get some action sequences, which are awesome. They're really cool. And she is fading away. We find out the thing that we mentioned earlier, that she is disappearing because she lost all her powers. And this adds another layer of blame and shame on top of Kodo. No longer truly real, can't exist outside the sanctuary. And you're the one who destroyed the sanctuary, right? So you fucked her up. And thus she breaks down. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. And she goes shaded again. What a deplorable end for what began as someone's earnest desire to find a home. I wonder who specifically he's talking about here, because it seems to fit all three of the existent characters. It seems to fit Kodo the rabbit, who went and found a home with Dad Mioe. Seems to fit Dad Mioe, who created the home, and it seems to fit Kodo the Kodo, who went to go find her home and to find her mother. A deplorable end. This scene of the one tear dropping in front of her and all of these moments getting wrapped up into it is super awesome. You have no idea, Kodo, how happy we were when you were born. And this is the response to that idea of stealing away your parents' autonomy or stealing away your parents' life because they wanted this. They were overjoyed by it. And that's truth. And she says how happy we were. But in this moment, she sees the potential destruction of all of this, right? This is not something that has happened yet. It is possibility. A bad dream. And she leans into it for her own death. But it is Myoe, the connection that she's made now, that rips her out of it. And in a way, he makes a choice that's not dissimilar to Dad Myoe's other choice to save someone who, in this one moment, has stepped in front of effectively a bullet, right? And he pulls them free. That's interesting as a little loop. It's also a really cool shot. This one. Not this one. This one. This one. The contrast of it is super awesome. Almost Trigger-esque in a way. Super like it. And she just bleps. She just like, you can't, no. You tried to murder people. You can't just hee hee ho ho ho. You can't just get out of that. Their interaction is beautiful. You have a family. I don't. This is fake for me. Get your shit together. Hold on to what you have. Because you have a chance. And she socks him back in the stomach and all is well. Sort of. Brings her back from it. Don't bail on me here. And in truth, they've found family in each other, haven't they? More than in any of the others. I don't know if you can convince that guy, man. But she goes for the gamble. I will fully destroy all of the realms if you don't listen to me. So cool. Also, where's the scene where she actually whips out the Aratama? Because I remember there being a really cool shimmer in it. I want to see it. Ah, it's there. Okay. I mean, I know it's an amorphous blob, but it's still an interesting smear of an amorphous blob. Creates a really cool effect. Especially as it distorts her when we see it through it. It's really cool. And she swangs on a dude, but then she stops. Wabam! But no wabam. I thought that it had passed through him, which was scarier, but no. If you don't help the people, I'll break all the other parallels as well. Love this. Love this. Boxing them into the tiny, tiny, tiny top. Super cool. Very Shinbo-y in some ways. Very Monogatari-esque in some ways. The mirror world can't end here. It's too important. I'll pull everything else down with it. Ridiculous choice. What do you say, Shrine? So, it seems like they believe that if they let the mirror world exist, all of the other universes will be destroyed, right? So her threat is kind of just like, it's gonna be the same either way. So we better find a third option. Some way to maintain this place and save the people who are here, while also preventing the destruction of everything else. Interesting. And then it's all wrapped into family drama that has blossomed out into like an existential crisis for the entire multiverse. What is this show? And why is it so damn good? Because it's just fascinating. I don't understand it, not even a little bit. But it's fascinating. Okay, cool. I think I've gotten everything that I can get from this episode. I'm sure that there's plenty that I've missed or misunderstood, because that seems to happen constantly with this show, and that's totally fine. Yeah, if I missed things or misunderstood things, throw them in the comments. If you have your own interpretations, throw them in the comments. Get in the comments. But yeah, this was a cool episode. Let's wrap there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Kyousougiga episode 8. It's been weird as hell, as expected. I feel like I understand some things a lot better, and I also feel like I've gone mentally down a couple of rabbit holes, haha, in ways that don't make any sense, but I don't know. Cool. Let's wrap. I'll see you next week for the next episode of Kyousougiga. Peace.